Good, beautiful souls. Tim Sheep here. Currently in Thailand, just outside of Chiang Mai. Hiked halfway up the Pilgrim's Trail to the temple. There's a temple behind me. I don't actually know the name of the temple. I know Doi Suthep is at the top. I've come to this maybe 5 times. It's absolutely beautiful, stunning temple. It's my last day in Thailand. I take a 7 o'clock flight tomorrow via Doha to London in the morning. Did yoga. I did a run this morning, 1,000 meters of climb, more of a hike, and then ran down, followed by yoga, followed by an acai bowl, which was delicious. I've had some really blessed days here. Special place, Thailand. Very, very unique. Maybe subtle to most people if they come here for the first time or two, but when you really pick up on the differences between somewhere like Thailand and the east, or the west, sorry, and other places in the east even, it's different to a lot of other places. They're subtle, but they're there. The things that are simplistic but important, that matter, are very prevalent here, but the things that don't are not. And there's a lot more trust on the person. You're a lot more responsible for yourself, and through being responsible for yourself, you notice people then take responsibility for others rather than blaming others. So it's quite fascinating. Of course not everywhere, but in my experience of this place, where I'm sat is a river, but it's only small right now. It's not been raining that much. It's not rained once since I've been here. This is winter right now. There's been one cold day since I've been here. Not a single chemtrail, even though we're right next to an airport, have I seen. Came out here to launch Mindful Warrior. I wanted to be, it was filmed and created mostly in the sunshine in Vegas, and I wanted to be somewhere in the sunshine to launch it rather than sat in the cold. An idea. No, not much more thought than that. Didn't like the idea of doing it there, though of course I missed certain people, being around certain people at the time of launch, but we got it done. And this video, really, I wanted it to be a thank you. I've been here for 3 weeks. Yesterday I had a meetup. I posted it on Instagram and Facebook, and about 15 people turned up. It's so amazing that I could go anywhere in the world where there's somewhat sort of a vegan presence in that town or city and post on Instagram, and some of you guys will see it and come and share time with me, listen, share ideas, philosophies, and train. And so it was sort of a Mindful Warrior class, followed by a lovely evening dinner together, which was really special, in Om, an amazing restaurant. Sit on the floor, love that place. Gratitude is something that you can't guilt yourself into feeling, and appreciation. As the saying goes, you don't know what you got till it's gone, and often it is hard to force yourself to appreciate things. You can't force yourself to appreciate things, even though you know you may be blessed with a good life. The fact that you have internet and these options, not that they're solutions, but they are a product of a certain degree of well-offness. Somehow in the last few days I've been able to tap into natural appreciation. Maybe when you're not rushing around. I was going to come to Chiang Mai, and then I was going to maybe travel to Pai, and maybe go to Bali and Koh Samui and these beaches. I've been to Thailand 4 times, and I've only ever been to Bangkok and Chiang Mai. I've never been to the beaches, the more touristy areas. But I got here and it was such a special place, and I thought I don't want to keep moving. I wanted to experience what it would be like to settle into a place. I don't know if it's, I wouldn't call it laziness. I do say I'm guided by laziness sometimes. It's like a maybe more growing up type of thing where I want to find contentment where I'm at and find my spots, where I like to hang out, the mountains the routes I like to do there, the rivers I like to jump in, and just know that and get more comfortable and get more acquainted with the areas rather than rushing in, rushing out, and just dripping energy all over the place rather than getting to know an area and start to feel more comfortable. I noticed it from parkour days. The first time you go to a spot, you're a lot more dubious than the second time when you feel more acquainted with the area, like it's a person that you're getting to know. And you find it with nature as well. When you go back to a waterfall, you feel more comfortable the second time. You realize nature isn't as harsh as sometimes is imprinted in our minds. As I was saying, the main reason for this video was to show appreciation and gratitude and to say thank you to many people, starting with you guys, starting with the soul inside the human that is currently watching and listening and absorbing this video or audio on your computer, on your phone, on your TV. Thank you, thank you, thank you for getting yourself to a place where we align, where you feel that you can come back to me and my channel and feel comfortable that your time is precious. I know that my time is precious, so I hope that you value your time as well. And the fact that you choose to share it with me, that's really nice. And when I meet you people in person, each and every one of you that comes up and says, Tim Chief, Tim, Human Timothy, Tim the Human, Livewire, the most realest, loveliest people. I've always say, one of the real blessings with the way I've made content and put myself out on the net is to be real with myself and be honest, and then I only attract, it's like real recognize real is one of the best quotes. I only attract good souls, it feels like. No good or bad, but genuine souls, balanced souls. You guys are pretty balanced when I meet you. That's what I sense energetically, straight away. If I was to make content pranking people or always bantering and joking and jesting, which is good to do sometimes, but if that was all my content was, then I would, if my audience came up and pranked me or called me names, maybe I'd be fine with that because that's what I was putting out and that's what I was attracting, and that's cool. For me, I don't need that. I like to meet genuine souls that are comfortable in themselves and who they are. And that seems to be you guys. It seems to always be you guys. Each and every time I meet you, I meet you. So thank you. Whether you've come from my parkour days, from the free running championships on the BBC, from Ninja Warrior. It's alright, bro. It's good. Welcome. From veganism, from Jamie Oliver's food tube, some people came from there. From other talks I've done on my channel. I know sometimes I cover subjects that are quite sensitive for people and trigger things within you guys maybe that I'm talking about it that might upset you. I appreciate your patience. Stay with me. You can doubt me, that's fine. I'm okay with who I am and where I'm going. But I thank you for staying on the journey. Thank you for anyone that's supported me with ethics and bought any clothing from us to support us. It's really such a positive step beyond the food on our plate to look at the clothes on our back, and we are striving to be better with that. We are not perfect by any means, but we are getting better every month, every year, and we're finding our place. And so your support now keeps us going as we settle down and establish ourselves in this new time where people are wanting to wear clothes that stand for something, that have a story behind it rather than just a brand name. With Mindful Warrior, I never ask you guys for money. I've never asked for money, but I rarely give you opportunities to give me money unless it's something I really feel you can get something from it. So with Mindful Warrior, it was somewhat my service to you, and in supporting me, you support yourself. If you enjoy the course and you go through it, you'll be supporting yourself, your body. That's one of the greatest gifts we have, as I've said previous, on this earth. Your vehicle, the one thing you were given physically, is your body, and if you can find a way to be better aligned and connected to that. And if you sign up to Mindful Warrior, you'll see that it isn't just a workout routine and exercises. There's a ethos, ideology, methodology behind it, with the way I want you to breathe and to never overexert, and to stop if you feel like you're overexerting, and continue when your breath is settled, and to do with alignment, which I think is very never talked about within a fitness or calisthenics industry to a large degree, until you start to cross over into yoga and things. And one of the comments I got was about it, is it not just gimmicky? And I can see how it would come that way. And if you come to me from my parkour background and you see the movements with Mindful Warrior, and you see how it's not flips and handstands and cool tricks, I wanted to create something that appealed to people's souls rather than to their egos. I wanted something that, if you see the Venice Beach video, it's not anything anyone feels that I can't do. I want to make something people feel like I can do that, and feel peaceful in that as well, and feel like I want to do that, and I believe I can do that. I want to try that. I want to feel that feeling of control and calmness, tranquility, as it's being done. You know, so I wanted to make something that would appeal to that, and the response compared to like a muscle up or a flag tutorial or something like that, it can't compare right now, because that is where consciousness is at in terms of souls and egos, and how much percentage people are in each of their own. And for me, that is the constant battle and struggle within, is when the soul speaks and the ego speaks, and understanding and discerning the voice between the two. And the more balanced you feel, the more you can understand your soul speaking. So I wanted to always, from now, I want to speak to people's souls. And the fact that you're here means you're probably more aligned with that. Because I've got to say thank you to some people specifically as well. To my mother, absolutely thank you for everything, raising me. I never swore until I was 18. Or I had my mouth washed out with soap once for saying kiss. And raised me sort of strict, but also always challenging me. My father always supported me, to a point where you don't notice what you have. He was just always supportive. Any sport I wanted to do, he would take me to practice every day of the week that I wanted to go, and support me in everything. And then into free running, always supported me, let me defer university and pursue that. Never paid for anything. I always had to earn my own way, which was a great lesson in that. I wasn't spoiled like that. Never bought me out of any situation. Always had to handle myself. Never been broke. On my own back. Worked at McDonald's. Was a football referee for years. But always supported me in the right way, kept the right distance, didn't overdo it, and I've only started to realise that as I've got older. I've got to thank John, my really good friend from Derby, went to school with, lived with, as you've seen in previous vlogs. Robbo, who I ran with a lot. He's on his path right now, we're on different paths, but I'm sure we'll align again in the future, just for always supporting me as well and being a great friend. And Millie, for helping with the business. You might know her from when we were at Ethics and Antics. So I owe her a lot to Millie, and I hope she's really doing well. She's out helping refugees somewhere in the world right now, continuing on her path, which is great to see. Then beyond that, coming further forward, one of the biggest thank yous and I love yous goes to Benjamin. Just support. I don't know what I would have done this last year without him, you, the trust you had in me, faith you have in me, and vision that we see in each other, that helps each other. That's right. That goes to you. That's for Benjamin. Take a moment. Yeah. That faith, that self-empowered nature that we see in each other, that we, above all else, we got each other, man. And you really hold my back and take care of things while supporting me to go and do things like this. And I can't ever thank you enough and repay. I hope to repay you someday. Sean Vosen from Lost Vegan Productions. More recently Lost Vegan Productions, but business partner with Ethics. Only met him once in Chiang Mai, synchronistically. He had a picture of him rock climbing, and he messaged me, and I thought, yeah, I'll meet up with a guy whose picture is him rock climbing, as I just was getting into rock climbing. Met him in Chiang Mai. 3 years later, he's in London, wanted to make a video together, ends up, Millie wanted to leave Ethics and Antics. Sean came in, trusted me, had faith in me and my vision, wanted to align, and I had faith in him and wanted him to align. Don't know where I'd be without you, without him right now. That is a real amazing universal gift, you know. What a guy, and since then helped with the launch of Mindful Warrior, and we get to work on projects together. And I call it, we play tennis really well with the bar philosophy and stair philosophy videos. That was me and him going back and forth, and him helping to polish. I, can get my ideas out, and he helps to condense and streamline and distill it into a better message that's more accessible by you guys, by the world. It helps me to make smoother art. People are programmed by art. We have to use art to unprogram them, and so he helps me to make art, because he is an artist himself with a great artistic vision. So to align with someone like Sean is a real blessing in my life. I've got to send some love to Bob, Vegan Geezer. When Millie said she wanted to leave, I wrote down a list of names of people that I thought could possibly help in fulfilling such a massive role that she played in the company. And when I wrote his name down, a smile came to my face, and I put a big tick next to him. And he has come in and fulfilled that role and gone on to play more roles, and all the while raising a beautiful family. Shout out Katie and Jojo, who have also been blessings in my life and are always positive and supportive present, and supportive Bob in helping us as well. Love you, Bob. And coming even more forward, I've got to give a huge thank you to Brett, who's just gets the vision, wants to help out, brings something to the table. All of these people bring something unique, and I trust who I am and how worthy I am of bringing these people into my life, who are incredible human beings. And I trust that they are worthy of who I am as well. And that is how you should see the people in your life, as worthy of each other. The important people, the people who are there when you're down, when it matters, when you need help, to support you. That'll drop everything to come see you, travel across the world if they need to, because you need help. And that's who I align myself with. People, we don't argue. We never argue. Egos argue. Souls discuss and try to come to understanding. And with all these people, we never have arguments. Always trying to come to understanding. How do you see things? How do you see it this way? Oh, that I see how you feel. I understand how you're feeling now. Thank you for explaining it that way. We'll work to change it together. So Brett, another guy, welcomed in because of pure spirit, pure soul. And I'm excited to work with you in the future. Very productive, proactive, a real blessing to have around. Shout out to Ellis, coming in recently, an absolute angel. Some really crazy backstory, crazy story, the life that Ellis has lived, been through, where families had to go through. And to come through and be such a positive ball of light, angelic, goddess. It's great to have some good feminine energy in the group, in the purest way possible. There's not that many women around, females around. We're not all against it, but when the right ones appear, they're welcomed with open arms. And Ellis is a real special soul, really special. I hope you guys get to find out. I'm sure you will. Thanks to everyone I met in Chiang Mai. Harry for showing me around Chiang Mai. Don't know where my next adventure will be. I'm just trying to focus on appreciating this one right now. I will be back for sure. This is a real amazing town, city that you can get a lot done. And with you guys supporting me with Mindful Warrior, that marks a new age of potential for me to live more nomadically and create passive income, in which I can spread a message that's not about me, that's about understanding what it is to be human and how to feel more love more of the time within ourselves and discover self-love, and not just riding crazy peaks and troughs of emotion. I said in the previous video when I was in Thailand about staying calm in hectic times and not reacting, and someone commented saying you should always live your emotions, you shouldn't suppress your emotions. And I was definitely not saying that. You should always live in the emotion, but the more you can understand the emotion, and if it comes from another person in your life creating the emotion, understand their perspective, the less pain you will feel and attachment you will feel to the suffering, because you will understand why it has come about and not just blame everything on external things. So it is about understanding your emotion, and that is a more feminine energy, and that is what I'm working on cultivating. That is your twin flame is within yourself. It's your own masculine and own feminine flames. And so for me, that's really a journey, is to working on understanding a feminine energy within myself and being more open with that and free with that. If you get a chance to come to Chiang Mai, you've got waterfalls, mountains, incredible vegan restaurants, good yoga studios, good people. The community you will find around is very special, and then good opportunities to travel from here, which I'm yet to even need. I'm good where I am. I wish you all an incredible year ahead. Hope you had a good start to the year. Last year was, I know for a lot of you watching this, had a very heavy year emotionally last year, energetically. A lot of undoing began. A lot of attachment had to be let go of. For so many of you that speak to me, that message me, will feel it in the same thing. People that I'm meeting physically, been through the same thing. I hope it cleared a lot out for you, and that from this year you start to see the feeling more positive about the future, feeling more balanced, aligned with your spirit, your higher self, your oversoul. I know it seems easy for me to be out in Thailand in a beautiful monastery with a river behind me and acting like everything is beautiful and blessed, but honestly, where you are in your head, you take it with you. You can't just appear here and your troubles go away and you're a free, happy human. There's a lot of work, there's really a lot of work that goes into understanding yourself, into understanding how to heal. This is the healing arts, one of the highest form of arts there is, the best hobby you can have, because as you get better at it, you feel better. You don't get taken for a ride as much by the universe. You learn to surf the universe and ride cosmic surfer. I'm getting better at it every year, and I hope that some of what I can pass on helps you to get better at it as well, and with the other books and YouTube channels that you're watching. And this is like TV now. I don't watch TV. I protect my subconscious for the most part and don't let other people's creations, unless I really trust them, be absorbed. But I like YouTube. I like sitting down with someone I like on YouTube that made a 20-30 minute video and just listening to them, watching their creation, what they choose to put out. And it's good not to live in it. I could put out a video every day talking, and yet I don't feel as though that would be the healthiest thing for me. I want to continue to live, but I do want to continue to connect, because without this relationship, the moments that I have on travels like this wouldn't exist. And so I really thank you for following me, to helping this to happen. Met a girl yesterday who hasn't had a phone for 4 years, and she's a producer for HBO shows in America, does her shows and then goes traveling. That is an incredible way to live. I've got to give admiration to Cole for that one. Living in the future. In the future we don't use phones, we trust the universe. I asked her about how does the universe just give you synchronicities all the time, and she said all the time. All the time it just delivers who she needs, what she needs. She has a laptop that is in LA, doesn't even bring it with her, doesn't even travel with it. It's the future. We are the future. 20-30 boys, as my friend Jan calls me and Benj. 20-30 boys. We're living in the future. It may look, some of the things we do may look out there and crazy, our beliefs. We keep it real, keep it 100. The world is changing, and we are enjoying being a part of that, and we will continue to enjoy and be a part of that. And I hope you guys will remain a part of that. I love you all. Be kind to yourself. Show you the view. Wholeness. I gotta give a shout out to Av and Nathan as well, because I know you guys watch my videos and I love you both so much, and all the time we share together and connect together, and I'm excited for more adventures together in the future. Just like to add thank you to my body as well for always being there with me. Thank you to the earth for being so beautiful, gosh darn it, and the creator, whoever designed this, whoa, kudos to you, mate. And to my angels, if there is such a thing, which starting to sense there might be. Thank you to my angels and my higher self for guiding me. And through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. Down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me. When I come to call, she won't forsake me. Do, 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 do. I'm loving angels instead. I'm loving angels instead.
See you later, bye.